Have you ever heard a story so mysterious, so chilling, that it feels like something pulled straight out of a psychological thriller? A story that keeps investigators, families, and even internet sleuths awake at night asking the same haunting question. What happened to Lars Mittank? This case is not just about a missing person. It's about a young man whose final known moments were captured on camera, leaving behind a trail of fear, confusion, and endless speculation. If you think you've heard strange disappearance stories before, prepare yourself, because the story of Lars Mittank is one of the strangest disappearances in all of Europe. Before we dive deep, I want you to take a second to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with anyone fascinated by true crime and unsolved mysteries. Every action you take helps keep these stories alive and ensures that missing people like Lars are never forgotten. So, let's rewind to 2014. Lars Mittank was a 28-year-old German man. Described by his family and friends as kind, healthy, and fun-loving, Lars was just like any other young adult enjoying life. That summer, he and a group of his friends decided to take a holiday trip to Bulgaria, a popular destination among German tourists. The trip was supposed to be filled with sun, beaches, and relaxation, but it quickly spiraled into a nightmare. While vacationing in Golden Sands, a resort area on the Black Sea coast, Lars got into an altercation at a bar. Reports suggest that it was over football, soccer teams, as Lars was a fan of the German team Werder Bremen, and some locals supported a rival team. Whatever the reason, Lars ended up in a physical fight that left him with an ear injury. Doctors later diagnosed him with a ruptured eardrum and advised him not to fly immediately. They gave him antibiotics to help with the recovery. But here's where things get strange. After the injury, Lars's behavior began to shift dramatically. He started acting paranoid, telling friends he felt unsafe. He even said he thought people were following him and wanted to harm him. His friends, initially brushing it off as post-fight nerves, soon realized something was seriously wrong. Lars became increasingly anxious, so much so that he eventually separated from his group and stayed behind in Bulgaria while they returned home. At this point, Lars checked into a hotel near Varna Airport, waiting until it was safe for him to fly. Hotel staff later recalled that he seemed nervous and unsettled, pacing around and even leaving the hotel in the middle of the night. At one point, he reportedly called his mother in a panic, whispering into the phone that people were after him. He pleaded with her to cancel his credit cards and said he didn't feel safe. Then came the most chilling part of this case, the airport footage. On July 8, 2014, Lars went to the Varna airport with the intention of finally flying home. He even saw an airport doctor for a checkup to confirm whether he was fit to fly. But during the visit, something seemed to trigger him. Witnesses reported that Lars suddenly became extremely agitated. Then, without warning, he bolted from the airport building, leaving behind his luggage, passport, and belongings. Surveillance cameras captured Lars sprinting out of the terminal. He ran across the parking lot, then scaled a fence, and disappeared into a nearby forest. That was the last confirmed sighting of him. Despite extensive searches, no trace of Lars Mittank has ever been found. Think about that for a moment. A young man, carrying no money, no identification, and no luggage, runs into the woods of a foreign country and is never seen again. How is that even possible? Theories about Lars's disappearance are as chilling as they are varied. Some believe he may have suffered from a psychotic break, possibly triggered by the antibiotics he was prescribed, as certain medications can cause rare but severe side effects. Others think the fight he was involved in may have escalated, and people were indeed after him. There are even darker theories, that Lars stumbled into something he shouldn't have, or that organized crime played a role. His mother has been relentless in her search for answers. She continues to share his story, keeping his face and name alive in hopes that one day someone will come forward with information. Online communities have dubbed Lars the most famous missing person on YouTube, as his final airport footage has been viewed millions of times worldwide. That haunting image of him sprinting out of the airport terminal has become a lasting symbol of his unsolved case. But perhaps the most disturbing part of all this is how real it feels. This isn't just a story. This isn't fiction. This is a young man who walked into an airport with every intention of going home and then vanished, as if swallowed by the earth itself. So now, we're left with questions. Did Lars fall victim to foul play? Did his mental state drive him into the wilderness where he succumbed to the elements? Or is there a chance, however slim, that he's still alive somewhere, living in the shadows, far from the life he once knew? This case is more than a mystery. It's a tragedy that highlights just how quickly an ordinary vacation can turn into an unexplainable disappearance. It reminds us of the fragility of life and the haunting reality that sometimes people can vanish right in front of us, with cameras rolling, and still leave behind no answers. Before we wrap up, let me ask you, what do you think happened to Lars Mittank? Was this the result of paranoia, a psychotic break, or was there really someone chasing him that day? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your theories. And once again, if you found this story important, please hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives into true crime and missing person mysteries, and share this video to keep Lars's name alive. Every share could be the one that reaches the right person with the missing piece of this puzzle. Because at the end of the day, Lars Mittank is not just a case. He was a son, a friend, and a human being who deserves answers. And until those answers are found, we'll keep asking the question, what really happened to Lars Mittank?